I remember stepping foot onto my college campus for the first time, a mix of excitement and anxiety swirling in my stomach. I had dreams of becoming a managerial accountant, and I knew that the path ahead was going to be filled with opportunities, challenges, and choices that would shape my career. Looking back, I realized that optimizing my college experience was the key to setting myself up for success in the world of accounting. First off, let's talk about the importance of getting involved. I joined the Accounting and Finance Association, and let me tell you, it was one of the best decisions I made during my college years. It wasn't just about putting another line on my resume, it was about building relationships, networking, and learning from those who had already walked the path I aspired to follow. We had guest speakers from various firms come in and share their experiences, and I soaked in every word. They talked about their career trajectories, the challenges they faced, and the skills they found most valuable. It was like getting a backstage pass to the world of accounting, and it fueled my passion even more. And then there were the career fairs. Oh, the career fairs. I remember the first one I attended. I was nervous, clutching my freshly printed resumes like they were golden tickets. I walked into the gymnasium, filled with booths and representatives from companies I had only read about in textbooks. I approached a few tables, my heart racing, and engaged in conversations that opened my eyes to the vast array of opportunities in managerial accounting. It wasn't just about finding a job, it was about exploring different industries and understanding what each company valued in potential hires. I learned that being prepared with questions and showing genuine interest made a lasting impression. Another invaluable resource was the career office. I must admit, I didn't take full advantage of it at first. I thought I can figure this out on my own. But after a few months of floundering, I finally decided to visit. The staff there were incredibly helpful. They offered workshops on resume writing and interviewing skills, and they even conducted mock interviews that helped me refine my approach. I learned the do's and don'ts of professionalism and how to present myself in a way that resonated with employers. It was a game changer. Speaking of resumes, let's dive into that. Crafting a resume while in college can feel daunting, but it's an essential skill. I remember sitting down with my career advisor, who helped me highlight not just my academic achievements, but also my extracurricular involvement, internships, and any relevant projects. I realized that my resume was more than just a list of experiences. It was a narrative about who I was and what I could bring to a potential employer. And then there's the power of social media, particularly LinkedIn. I was hesitant at first, thinking it was just another platform to manage. But once I created my profile, I understood its importance. It became a space where I could connect with professionals, follow companies I admired, and showcase my journey. I added a professional photo, detailed my education, and began reaching out to classmates and professors. I even joined groups related to managerial accounting, which led to discussions that broadened my understanding of the field and connected me with potential mentors. Now, let's talk about internships. The golden ticket to gaining real-world experience. I was fortunate enough to land an internship at a local accounting firm during my junior year. It was a part-time position, but it felt like a full-time job in terms of the learning curve. I was thrown into the deep end, working on cost accounting projects, assisting with audits, and learning how to navigate the complexities of financial statements. The experience was invaluable. I got to apply what I had learned in class to real-life scenarios, and I developed a sense of professionalism that only comes from being in a work environment. But here's the kicker, I didn't stop there. I kept searching for more opportunities, and that led me to explore rotational programs specifically designed for interns. These programs offered a chance to experience different departments within a company, allowing me to understand where my strengths lay and which areas of managerial accounting I was most passionate about. As I approached graduation, I faced a significant decision. Should I pursue an advanced degree or jump straight into the workforce? It was a tough call. Many of my peers were opting for master's programs, but I felt that gaining practical experience first would be more beneficial. I had already racked up 156 credits, which put me in a strong position to sit for the CPA exam, and I knew that many employers value real-world experience over additional schooling right out of college. After much deliberation, I decided to enter the job market. I was excited but also nervous. I remembered the lessons I had learned through my involvement with the Career Center, the networking events, and the internships. I felt prepared, but there was still that nagging fear of the unknown. Then came the moment that would change everything. I received a job offer. It felt surreal. I was ecstatic, but as I celebrated, I couldn't shake the feeling that I should keep my options open. I had been interviewing with other firms, and when a better offer came along, I was faced with a dilemma. I went back to the Career Center for advice, and the reaction I received was unexpected. The advisor who had guided me through the process was upset that I was considering turning down the first offer. I felt terrible. I didn't want to burn bridges. In the end, I chose the second offer. It was the right decision for me, but I learned a valuable lesson about communication and professionalism. If you find yourself in a similar situation, be upfront with your career center or the hiring manager. Either ask for more time to consider the offer or accept it and keep your word. As I settled into my new role in managerial accounting, I reflected on my college experience. The internships, the networking, the workshops, and even the mistakes I made along the way all contributed to my growth. I had built a solid foundation that prepared me for the challenges of the workforce. Now, as I look back on those college years, I realize that the key to success in managerial accounting, or any field, really is to be proactive. Take advantage of every resource available to you. Join student organizations, attend career fairs, utilize the career office, and don't shy away from building your personal brand on social media. Seek internships that will give you hands on experience, and be open to exploring different paths within your field. Most importantly, don't underestimate the power of relationships. The connections you make in college can lead to opportunities you never imagined. Whether it's a mentor who guides you, a peer who becomes a lifelong friend, or an employer who recognizes your potential, these relationships can shape your career in ways that are often beyond your control. So, to all the students out there, embrace your college experience. Dive into the resources available to you, learn from every opportunity, and don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way. Each step you take will bring you closer to your career goals, and before you know it, you'll be stepping into the world of managerial accounting, ready to make your mark. The journey may be challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding. And trust me, the effort you put in now will pay off in ways you can't even imagine.